Alright, this week on Nugget Garage, nap time's over for the Corolla. Alright, get out of bed. Time to do stuff. Lazy shit.
What's the plans? The engine?
Well,
because
we kind of went roll racing 2 times in a row, and I reckon we should have a crack at it. And this lazy shit's just sitting here doing nothing. And it's probably more suited to that than what the Super is, or your pissy little Tyre VL.
Hey, come on.
So, there's 2 things I could do. We could put a smaller engine in this, but yeah, that's not how I go. So, we're going to try and tame this one down a little bit, and probably should put a smaller turbo on it, but I'm not going to do that either, because I'm an idiot. So I'm going to convert this back to a wet engine.
So you're not going to use the 1J head?
No, because we've got that stupid RX-7 and I think it needs to go fast in a straight line, like land speed or runway or something like that. With a manual. A manual.
What?
A manual. Manual. I'll do it for you. So, this thing, when I raced it last, I fried the band in the gearbox, so it's got to come out and put a Pro Mod band in there, and then Kip's going to put it into a SFI case for me so I can ditch the blanket. And we're going to go back to original KE20. We're going to do a front mount intercooler radiator under the boot, and I'm going to put a fuel tank back in the back with maybe like a little low pressure, high volume pump, and we might do like the Holly float bowl trick up here. So it'll just sit there and top up the main tank, I think.
Drag week stuff.
And then we'll make it a drag week car.
Should go alright.
This is kind of ridiculous for what we're doing, but
no, it's awesome.
That's how I roll, right?
It's what it is, the GDX 55?
Yeah. Yeah. And it has a little bit of a chuff out of an exhaust valve when you shut it down, so I think the head needs a bit of work as well.
It's always chuffed out of one cylinder and it's happiest like that.
Yeah, but let's fix it.
Every time you fix it, it's happiest like that.
Obviously we'll go to E85, but we'll leave all the fuel system in it for methanol, so in case we want to get crazy later, you can strain that shit out and go back to methanol.
Because that thing's got like 12...
It's got 5,000 cc of injector per cylinder, so we can use half of that for E85. And then all of it if we want to party. Alright, well I'm not pushing the piece of shit,
right,
so
get in it,
we'll
make it do stuff.
I've got a little bit fatter actually since I parked it here, so this might be...
It's going to be interesting. Get skinny.
I think it's... What's...
Actually, I think I parked them there. Which explains it.
Oh, no brakes.
Is this going to take long?
Can you check that fuel tank? I might have just run out of fuel.
Bugger.
Ugh. Clearly it loves running on petrol with a heap of castor oil in it.
It's home again.
It's fine.
Why are you taking the wheels off, dude?
You know, when a car's on a hoist with no wheels, it means it's getting work done. It's a thing. The Supra had no wheels on it for a long time, remember?
It had backwards wheels. Yeah. Are you going to put them on the wrong way around?
Put them on the wrong thing.
I don't know where to start.
Well,
so much
has
stuff.
to come off. Warren has to come
so
off.
much stuff.
Guards have to come off. Look at that. Would you look at it?
Would you look at it? Would you look at it?
It's fine.
181 mile an hour and stops with that.
The thing is, it only has to do it once.
My hand's bigger.
That's the big boy brakes, mate. They're K55.
K55?
I think so.
No, they're not. They're K20.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
They're not.
They're K20, dude.
They probably are.
They are.
It's been a while.
They're slotted though. That's good.
Good for her protection.
You want to pull the back wheels off so it looks like it's getting locked?
Oh yeah. I actually have fancy stuff on the back. Take that off.
Yeah.
Probably go back to a 275, I think. And I think a 295 fits under this.
295.
We can go Ben style.
Go Nugget, go home.
Funny Corolla.
Or break it.
Oh, look at that. That's cute.
Lord.
I can't believe people run 740s on that shit.
So, whole new plan here. So obviously you've got a roll racing bug.
Well, the logical thing is, don't fix the head gaskets on the Supra, just go on to the next shiny thing.
People actually said they hope you fix it, but now you're not. You're letting down the people.
Well, the thing is, you can turn it down to 25-ish pounds of boost, which is still f***ing stupid fast.
Ordinary stupid fast.
Ordinary stupid fast, and it's fine.
And it still made 800 and something. So
we're going to race it on Saturday. What's that?
yeah,
I'm going to make a 2.5 litre water containment vessel.
and so you can turn it
And
up.
we're going to send it.
I already have video of me beating you.
There's one snippet.
Doesn't matter. It's actually 2. I beat you twice. Because you had to turn it back down to reasonable power.
That's because you're the editor. No, I was finding the level at which water stayed in, and I overshot it a little bit. And you caught me when I had less than 20 pounds of boost in it.
You didn't have less than 20 pounds.
I did. That one run where you got me on the finish line, the front straight of quick QR, I was going into coolant pressure protection mode. It had nothing in it. That's
Well,
why
neither did mine.
That's why it fell over so hard. So as you were coming home, mine was giving up.
But even mine was only on 22 pounds.
It's because you don't rev it.
I can't. So they were even.
It's boost versus RPM.
I can't RPM.
They can put more boost in it, but it turns into more tyre spin.
Looks like it's getting worked on now.
See what I mean? What's that? 5 minutes? There. Alright, so motors, engine's got to come out. We've got to try and dig out a GE block from somewhere up there.
Don't you have
I don't think I've got
one
a
next
G-
door?
No, that one's used.
A GE one.
Yeah. Unless you get me another one.
And then you
There's
got
one that's
rid-
already prepped for the 1.5J.
Oh.
That's all measured up for everything over there, so that's going with that.
Oh.
There's another
So
GE
you need
block up
another
here.
GE. I have another one at home, but I don't really want to give it away.
I think there's a block up there. The only disadvantage of that is there's no squirters and the oil feed on the other side, but GTE block, what, say $5 grand or something stupid at the moment.
Yeah, people are want stupid money from.
So yeah, back to wet engine, we'll use the Corollas, same crank, billet mains, all the bullshit that's in the bottom of this engine. We'll convert it to 1/2 inch head studs. Probably going to change to a different material on the exhaust valve because I'm continuously getting them too hot.
What are they?
I think they're stainless
Just
for
stainless
at the moment.
for years or something.
We'll go back to a front mount intercooler. We'll probably actually try and use a decent cooler this time instead of 2 China ones pulled together.
They worked though, did they?
They did, yeah.
Good.
And radiator under the boot again. I might actually get like a PWR core or something that's decent because the Chinese one I had in here in the original build, it was okay, but probably not so much if you're trying to drive at 100, 150 Ks, like on a drag challenge.
Yeah, not real good.
After 12 years of being stubborn, I'm finally going to put a monolith in it and a drag racing shock, like an AFCO or something like that.
Like a decent shock,
Yeah.
like you're actually going
Like
to
I'm
make
care about it.
upgrades
Yeah.
away from standard Corolla stuff.
I'm also, now this is huge for me, I'm taking the Autronic out. I'm going to pull,
Oh, you what,
I'm
mate?
going to pull every relay fuse,
Hang on,
bit of Narva trailer wire
back up.
out of it.
What do you mean you're taking the Autronic out?
I want to put a Nexus in it, an R5. So it's going to
A new
control
Haltech.
everything.
You've put a Haltech in your Supra and now you're all Haltech.
I'll be able to piss
fanboy.
off the AMS, we'll do CO2 boost control from there. We'll do traction control, torque management. We're going to stick a sensor in the diff housing on the crown wheel and one on the front wheel, and we're going to do traction control because why not? Everyone else is.
Well, I wanted to do traction
I want to put
control.
up a picture of that guy, that bitch switch guy. That little guy. Yeah. That's what I think of traction control anyway. But
It works.
everybody else is doing
And
it.
that's it's kind of the next level, and it's where you need to be these days if you want to.
I'm still going to screw myself by using that stupid light switch turbo. So we'll see how good the traction control is.
Yeah, and
We do have up to 500 shot of gas as well, because it's dash 6 supply, 6 nozzles. So we could just make a nitrous pass and just put some boost in at the end if you want to.
just make it a nitrous car and just
Yeah.
pass them on the line with a turbo.
With a turbo, yeah. So the back end of this can go up to about a 295 radial. I've never actually tried a big radial on it, but I've had a 305 street tyre on there, so
Wow,
maybe.
that's a bloody big
Yeah.
tyre.
Or a 275 might do it.
A 275 will probably work.
I'm going to keep the boot mount breather, that worked really good, but I'll shove it across, build a fuel tank, actually make it fill from the factory filler point. Just use like a little clacker pump or something to push fuel back up to that front tank.
So you leave the front tank in there.
Yeah. Leave the belt pump on it. I'm pretty sure that should be good for Ks.
Should be right.
Yeah.
A few people use them for that drag week,
On the
drag
85, it'd
challenge
be,
stuff.
it's an 8 gallon pump, so it's probably big for the 85, but should be fine.
We'll find out, I guess. So
And the other thing we're going to do is, I think I mentioned before, is finally put a proper case on the power glide.
oh yeah,
The one that's in it now, I threw a planetary through it and I welded it up and it's got silicon and all sorts of cool
oh yeah,
shit.
that's right. That's
Yeah, yeah.
been all sorts of ugliness.
That means I can take the blanket off, which means you won't cook the gearbox driving it around everywhere.
So like a reed case kind of thing, or something like.
I don't think it's a reed, I think it might be a Den Bear that we've got.
Oh yeah,
It's sitting that kicks.
oh you've already got it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or it might be, actually JW one. I think it's a JW one.
oh okay.
So the idea
Right.
is I want to try and get this, well, it's still registered, back to a road car, which it kind of is.
It's not a road car, dude. Just because it's got glass and an ignition barrel doesn't make it a road car.
We're going to do drag challenges and road. I want to actually be able to drive to the track, run a 7 and drive home on the 85. And I might even try and stipulate that it has to be pumpy 85, not 10 85, just to see what it can do.
Well,
The reality is the car made enough power to run 7s 12 years ago.
it did run 7s 12 years ago.
So if I can even get it back to where that was, which was only like 1,000 rear wheel, that's fine. That'll do it.
That's all
Put
it
all
needs.
new fancy stuff back in the back end and it'll actually 60 foot like it's supposed to, and then it'll do it easier. And
Yeah.
I won't be continuously melting shit trying to chase it in the back half.
Well, there's a bit more technology and everything these days to whack into it to make it work. So
It's got a good diff already. It's a high ace diff, but it's a race product's highest diff with floaters and all the crap.
So,
It's allowed to go 750s.
is that the goal?
Well, that'd be faster than it's ever gone before with less engine. That might make a difference. The suspension-y, tyre crap.
It'll probably work.
Yeah.
Nexus. You're actually pulling the Autronic out.
Yeah, I want to put an IC7 in it. I want the little push button-y crappy thing. Yeah. The wiring in this car is more than 10 years old, remember that. Even the relays are 10 years old.
It's Nava though.
It's flawless though. See how good it started?
All right.
So we'll do everything through the Nexus, I reckon. We'll even go down doing indicators and brake lights and all that crap. Reverse lights.
Does it all go through the Nexus?
Yeah, it's a PDA.
Wow.
So you won't have any fuses or relays in the car. It's all there. Run through that.
Holy crap.
I reckon though I'll probably still use a relay for like high current stuff like fans and whatnot. The other thing that I could do as well, and I'm kind of interested in doing it, is TurboSmart do an electronic wastegate now. And the Nexus has drivers for that, so that could mean I could ditch the CO2 system as well, and then have infinitely variable boost over whatever.
That'd be cool.
Just have to see how much those wastegates are, I suppose. The reality is this has got a tile 44mm gate, 2 of them, and you can't get consumables for them. You can't get diaphragms for that model anymore.
Are they tile?
So eventually they're
tile-ish?
No, they're real.
They're real ones.
I had money back then. Oh, like $680 each or something.
Ouch.
All right, well,
Get some TurboSmart goodness into it, eh?
we'll start pulling it apart. Don't worry, we're not going to just flood you with, you know, mustard after mustard after mustard videos.
Oh yeah, there will be.
We've got other
more
stuff we're filming in between. So.
I'm actually going to go and get my ass handed to me by Scott again this weekend.
Or we could unprep a lane with water. I'm going to take the glycol out of that thing just so it's easy to clean it up.
I haven't even got any in mine.
We got to put yours back on the dyno too. It's running lean for some reason.
Yeah, actually, we'll have to do that in the next. I'll have to bring it
2
down.
days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Stuff and things.
And no, I'm not changing the colour. That's where it's staying.
Can't change the colour.
No. But that's what people are going to say.
No, it's not right.
All right. See you next time.
Look at it working flawlessly. Just saying. Look at it go. Look at it go. Look at it working. Doing a thing and shit.